President Biden's wheels are up. He's spent less than 24 hours in Israel. Now the question is this the time for the IDF ground invasion into Gaza? Joining us now, Aaron Cohen, former member of Israel's Special Operations Counter-Terrorist Unit. Aaron, welcome back as always. Aaron, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I think the IDF held up on the ground for the Trump meeting and humanitarian aid. I want to talk about that in a second. But my question is, how quickly do you think the ground assault will begin?
Larry, it's going to begin as quickly as it has to. Right now, I really don't think that politics or politicking is going to have as big of an effect as people think. And the reason why, excuse me, the reason why I say that is because these operations are in our hands. We need to make sure that we've got all of the information to be able to move forward with. As last time we spoke, there's two major things unpacking here. We've got hostages first and foremost. They may be held in tunnels. Tunnels are very complicated. It takes time to get that information. Osmosis, diffusing that intelligence, listening to thousands of phone calls. Our Pegasus system right now, which we invented, we're listening everywhere, not just in Gaza, around the world. It's an unconventional operation. It's a custom-built plan. So that's number one, is those hostages and getting all of the intel that we need to be able to actualize that information for an assault or multiple assaults in multiple locations to the incursion. We've got the entire strip of Gaza, Larry, contained right now. We're not in a rush. The hostages are the issue. At any moment, they could start being killed. And when they start getting fired at, if they're alive, Larry, and I don't have that information, then we've got to go and do action immediately. But as far as going in there and getting in gunfights in tunnels with 40,000 Hamas terrorists, you know what? Let's shut the power off. Let's tire them out, because, tired terrorists don't shoot us straight. So, we're going to take our time with that. And if they want to tie some politics into that to make it seem like, the U.S. is talking and negotiating, it's cool. And I don't get into politics, Larry. It's not interesting to me. But it's okay for us to buy time, because time is a friend of counterterrorism when it comes to non-hostage related responses. So let's take our time, slow things down, and let's tire out Hamas.
All right.
It's okay. We'll wait.
Listen, you're the guide here, Aaron. I know nothing. You're the guide, and I appreciate what you're saying. Let me ask you, it's a related subject, but important one. All this talk, Joe Biden and Antony Blinken apparently extracted a promise from Prime Minister Netanyahu and his war cabinet about humanitarian assistance. Everybody's talking about humanitarian assistance. Humanitarian assistance always sounds like a great idea. But, Aaron, here's what people are telling me and reporting to me. Humanitarian assistance, whether it comes across the line, Egyptians has 100 trucks and it's going to cross the line at Rafah or whatever, all that stuff will be run by Hamas. Hamas runs the ministries. Hamas steals from the UN. In fact, the UN had a tweet up that said Hamas was stealing stuff, diesel fuel and whatnot, and then they took the tweet down because a lot of the UN relief people are pro-Hamas. So I'm worried. I'm for humanitarian aid. I'd love to see the IDF run humanitarian aid so that it might actually get to Palestinians and other civilians that need it. But humanitarian aid, Hamas, I don't know. What do you think? I think it's a scam.
I think it's a scam too. I think this
good.
is. I think it's a lot of talk and posturing right now. There's a lot of double standards when it comes to Israel. Everyone was with us for a couple of days, and all of a sudden, now we're talking about the Palestinians and the hospital that was hit last night. And I can pontificate and explain that to every audience across the world, because we don't have to sell the images that we saw. But here's the truth, and you nailed it. Hamas, a terror group. They're going to use that humanitarian situation to create more terror. They're going to use it as a shield, as a package. We're not going to allow public relations nonsense, talk, gibberish, anything that's going to affect our operational goals right now, which is hostages and a potential incursion. This could be the next hour. We don't know. So anything that's going to affect our ability to be able to keep our soldiers safely going into a very aggressive fight in tunnels, Larry, house to house. It's going to be bloody. It's going to be messy. We're not playing around right now. The gloves are off. So people can talk all day long, but it's time to get focused and just keep preparing and planning, which is what we're doing.
Yes, sir. And I'm thrilled you agreed with me about the humanitarian. I'm going to tell people that. I'm going to dine out on this. Aaron Cohen agreed with me about humanitarian assistance.
We park our cars in the same garage on that one.
You are terrific, Aaron Cohen.
Appreciate
and I hope
you,
you'll
Larry.
come back real soon. Thanks for everything.